Check. Looks like we got it. We're up. Yeah. So no Duff today.
No Duff.
Yeah.
No Duff today.
What a bugger.
Yeah. Just decided to throw us off to the side for a few pancakes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that for sure.
Yeah. I don't. So you typically.
So it's just you and I.
Yeah, I know. You typically don't bring anything.
I don't have anything.
Do you have anything
as usual.
for today?
Well, we do have a guest.
Do you at least
For our 50th.
50th episode? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Who knew? Yeah. I didn't think they could get any worse, but it's just like it's a progressive downhill. But
worse.
But 50, yeah.
Yeah. So we do have a guest for that, which is great.
Do you have an apology?
I have an apology.
Is it a good apology or is it just like a fake apology?
It's fake, but I'll say it anyway.
Just make it come from the heart.
Okay.
All right.
So why don't we get going?
Sure.
Warning, this podcast will be an injurious waste of your time. Warning, this podcast will be an injurious waste of your time.
Yeah, good morning. I'll take a medium with 2 sugar and a medium regular, please.
JB.
Morning, DDT.
How are you?
I'm very good. Yourself?
Good, thanks. Well, first of all, I guess I should apologize.
What are we apologizing for today?
For a couple things.
Oh, a couple things.
Yeah. So one is the overall show. Yeah. You said to make it come from the heart, so I'm gonna make it come from the heart.
Let's make it heartfelt.
Heartfelt apology from DDT. Excuse me, to our listener. I'm really sorry about the next 40 or so minutes. Will be an injurious waste of time for you. But thank you for hanging in there. Yes. We appreciate it.
Yes.
And a shout out to my brother who doesn't listen past the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, you were saying he finds we're a little long in the tooth.
Well, he takes his dog for a walk.
Maybe he should
for half an hour, and then
he should just be walking longer.
That's what I told him.
Yeah.
Why don't you walk for another 20 minutes?
The dog deserves the extra 20 minutes.
Yeah, the dog would love another 20 minutes.
So do we.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway.
Give us a chance.
But I apologize for the people who listen for the entirety of our
Because the last 20 minutes is always the best part anyways.
We ramp it up.
Yeah.
The first 40 are shitty.
We start off slow and then it's like we just beat the crap out of the podcast at the end.
Yeah, the first 40 minutes are crap and then we just say, we better bring it. But anyway, the other apology is for Duff not being here on our 50th episode. Well, give or take 50.
Well, no, but it's the official 50th episode. We've had a Christmas special and a few other little side episodes, but 50 episodes, I think that's pretty epic. Maybe we need to end it on this one. Have we jumped the shark yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this will be our last episode ever of Cop Car Coffee.
We'll go out big.
Exactly. Go home or go big.
Surprise, Duff.
Go big or go home. Yeah. Yeah, surprise, Duff.
We both quit.
We quit. Exactly. So Duff, you're on your own from here on out.
So Duff is off eating pancakes and maple syrup.
Yeah, let's
off to the Sugar Shack.
Let's explain that a little bit because
I think he made the right choice.
Yeah.
Between sitting here
with us in
the Honda Odyssey studio
this week,
or going to the Sugar Shack with his family to have like a wonderful meal, I think he made the right decision.
Yeah, probably. But the thing about it was that here's the thing. We talked about last week about how he won the Toyota Prius.
Yes.
So he won tickets for breakfast at the Sugar Shack this morning.
Did he really?
Yes. Remember he was saying?
No.
Through his school? Yeah, through the school he won the tickets.
He seems to win a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wins a lot. He wins the tickets. A few weeks ago, never used them until he figured that he'd use them on the 50th anniversary episode.
Yes.
And then he goes to the Sugar Shack. He won the tickets.
Wow.
Like maybe he should have donated them. Like we called him out on not giving the money.
For the Prius. Raffle them off to some of the kids in his class.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would have been the right thing to do.
That's right.
Give back to the children.
Exactly.
Not to your children.
Not to your
Although they have needs too. I get that.
Everybody needs to go to the Sugar Shack.
So have you been to the Sugar Shack this year yet?
I have not. And if anybody doesn't know what the Sugar Shack is, it's a maple syrup.
Yes. For our friends abroad, in I guess
in
mostly Canada,
Hungary, Romania,
northern United States, maple trees are.
Wasn't there a listener in Africa?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maple trees are tapped, and the sap is boiled down to make some deliciousness called maple syrup.
Yeah.
And then we celebrate that by having brunches at the places that make this maple syrup.
Yeah.
And you have, pancakes, omelets, bacon, sausage.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And once you're completely full, your eyeballs are floating in maple syrup, then you go outside and no, you get them. No, that's later.
Okay.
You get them to pour some maple syrup on ice.
On snow
and maple taffy
on snow.
Yeah.
No, that's true. March is the maple syrup time. This is when the maple leaf trees excrete their syrup.
Excrete them. Doesn't sound quite as delicious when you say it that way, but yeah.
But they're tapped. Actually.
It's tears from maple trees. Yeah.
And actually, I had raw from it one time. We did a program at the Fulton's Pancake House. And,
I've been to that one. Yeah. Very good.
And had some raw maple, and it's actually the raw stuff is really good too.
It's just very light, right?
It is,
you can see why they boil it down, but it does have the same flavor. And it is actually nice and sweet.
So that's where Duff is on our 50th anniversary. And the other thing is too, so we have a special guest today, again, for our 50th anniversary. We thought we'd get him back because he's the only guy that's ever been on the program as a guest, because these are things that we should do but don't. We've always talked about getting more guests, but we never do. But we seem to get this person on all the time.
He has a giant heart for coming on to our show and spending some time with us. We appreciate very much.
Yeah, so Mr. Hollywood will be on with us in a bit to give us his Oscar picks, his Academy Award picks, which are tonight, actually.
Yeah, we're a bit behind the ball.
We're a bit behind the ball. I thought we should have got him on a few weeks ago, but then I thought the Oscars were end of February.
Well, you know what?
End of March.
By the end of today, our good listeners will know if our picks were successful or not.
That's right. Yeah. And I've only seen one of the movies and about half an hour of one other ones. So I made my picks based on basically guesses.
I've seen a few of them, and I'm familiar with a lot of the actors and a lot of the movies, although I haven't seen them.
Right.
So did a lot of research on that front. So we'll see. Yeah.
So we'll get to him in a few minutes. But what do you want to talk about otherwise? So I did the apology.
Two apologies. So that's like
two apologies.
That's a 50th episode special.
Duff.
Yeah.
Like, what a guy. Can't make it out today. But what else do we got? What did you want to talk about?
Well, I thought that we could talk about bands. So there was some sad news was announced in the music world yesterday, where Taylor Hawkins was found passed away sadly in Colombia as the Foo Fighters were doing a tour.
Yeah.
So I thought we could talk about
50 years old.
50 years old. Yeah. Big loss. I'm a giant Foo Fighters fan, as you know. But I thought we could talk. I thought we could talk about our bands, and then I know that you have a big up and coming band that you're participating in.
We're not in the realm of the Foo Fighters, of course.
Well, you never know. They started off small.
We're terrible.
No.
Yeah. The Dad Bods. Yeah. We have a rehearsal later today. We have a new member joining.
You do?
Yeah.
Did you find a lead singer?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's joining the Dad Bods. So we have a rehearsal and
we have a couple picks.
So speaking, like, music we play is like from our day, right? Middle-aged guys. So it was big back in my day. I was a hair band guy.
Were you?
Yeah, I was a hard rock and heavy metal guy.
I was. So did you have long hair? Like, were you?
Down to the middle of my back. I had it permed.
Were you what they called a rocker?
I was a headbanger rocker.
Were you a headbanger rocker?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I had it. It was permed down to the middle of my back.
Really?
Yeah.
I cringe at picturing that. We'll have to post a picture maybe on the Cop Car Coffee Twitter account.
If I can find the picture.
We can find one.
I had one from my days at Algonquin College here in Ottawa.
Very nice.
Yeah, but I can't find it now.
I was on the other side. I was the preppy kid.
Why is that not surprising?
The back of my head was kind of shaved really short, and my bangs, like my bangs in the front were almost.
Emo?
No, it was preppy back then. Emo's a whole different category.
Oh, okay.
Emo's a new thing. But no, yeah. So I was preppy, and I hung out with a couple of headbangers, and I hung out with another guy that was kind of more in the punk category, and then some
punk too.
Yeah, but so my music tastes are all over the map.
Yeah.
Like I like The Cure. I was a giant fan of Pink Floyd.
Okay.
And actually that's that's up there. I actually saw them in concert in Montreal, and that's kind of one of my definitely one of my top concerts for sure. But yeah, I liked so much stuff.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I should preface by saying that in high school, I liked hard rock and heavy and punk music. Yep. But I didn't have the long hair in high school. That came right after high school, basically. But I, back in the day, we would listen to Sex Pistols.
Yep.
The Ramones.
The Clash. Yep.
I really loved the Police.
Yes, the Police for
Police
sure.
were great.
U2, like the first stuff, like the Boy.
Yeah, they over the years they really changed, and I really don't like them anymore.
They're chameleons. Like they kind of really shifted in a whole bunch of different areas, and they evolved as pretty much all bands do. But I
was big into Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah,
yeah. One of my dad bought the new. He's big into Stevie
Ray. Great guitarist. Like Joe Satriani, I really liked back then too.
Yeah, Joe Satriani and who's the other guy there? Yngwie Malmsteen.
Yes.
Remember Yngwie?
Yeah. So I mean, as we evolved, it was like, the Guns N' Roses, the Def Leppard, but like I'm all over the map. Like Tears for Fears.
Yeah. Skid Row.
So many. Yeah, Skid Row was good. I mean, if I look back, we were talking about the Foo Fighters. One of the concerts that I saw that I really enjoyed in Ottawa was at Rideau Carleton Raceway, and it was the Somersault.
Oh, okay.
And they had Smashing Pumpkins, which I think was one of their last shows before they kind of shut it down.
Yeah.
Our Lady Peace, Foo Fighters on one of their first tours, Finger 11, Eve 6. Yeah. It was a really, really interesting.
Yeah, these are all kind of like, were they 90s, kind of late 90s bands? Yeah. Yeah.
There's a whole bunch.
Yeah.
So who would you say is your favorite band?
Oh man, put me on the spot.
Yeah.
Favorite band. There's so many that I liked back in the day. But there's one in my hard rock heavy metal days. I would say one of the bands that I liked was Tesla.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So I really liked them. But also, like, Metallica was always kind of a favorite of mine as well. And even more so today. I mean, I for some reason, Metallica and Megadeth today, like, I don't know why. I'm reliving my youth, I guess. But
well, they've aged really well.
Yeah.
Like, Metallica's still releasing content.
Oh my God,
and
still really good.
It's just as good as it was when, the first one. You think about Ride the Lightning or whatever the case may be. I mean, there was...
Yeah, so I was back into them. I guess, who else? AC/DC I really liked back in the day, too.
Yeah, I like AC/DC as well quite a bit.
Favorite band, I would say that I didn't... Like, Tesla would... You were going to say technically would be one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But I didn't say, oh, this is my ultimate favorite band. The Cult was another one that I was way up there for me, The Cult. Which I saw, I saw all these guys in concert, too.
Yeah. What's your favorite concert?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to have to go with the first one that I've ever seen when I was like 13 or 14 was here at the Ottawa Civic Center, was Rush.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that was probably, 13, 14. It was been 1980 or 81.
I never saw them.
Oh, no?
I like some of their stuff, Tom Sawyer, and there's probably a handful of songs that I really enjoy, but I was never like a big Rush fan.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was probably 81, so I would have been 14. And I went with a buddy. It was the first concert that we ever had seen. and we're sitting in our seats. Everybody's smoking weed and cheering and all that, and we're giving the golf claps in our seats because we're like, oh my god,
what's going on?
What's going on?
Why does it smell like skunk?
Exactly, And it was like, but they were. I mean, musicianship wise, they were fantastic.
Yeah,
and it was a packed house down at the Civic Center.
I've seen a lot of shows over the years, and there's a whole bunch of them that I love. As you know, probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite band, is the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
And one of the main reasons is just because their live shows are just incredible. But having said that, one of the best shows that I ever saw was the Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh, I don't like them, but well. Okay.
Oh man, they just put on such a performance on stage.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It was almost like a play / concert. It was really weird.
Right.
Yeah, really entertaining.
Oh, cool. I saw Guns N' Roses in Toronto.
Wow.
It probably was like 88.
Yeah.
89 at the CNE there.
Wow.
That was a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it was packed.
Did everybody show up on time? They were notorious.
Oh, they did, and Skid Row opened for them.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. 18 in Life.
18 in Life. Yeah.
So I like that song.
Yeah. So that was a good concert. I saw Kiss. Kiss in the 70s was I guess if I was going to say if I had a favorite band is when I was a kid, Kiss was my favorite band.
Do you remember the Kiss movie?
Unfortunately, yes.
You know what? Everybody says unfortunately because it was, but I actually enjoyed that movie. I've seen it a couple times. It was horrible, but it was entertaining.
Yeah, for sure.
You think about kind of the different musical type movies, because we're talking about the Oscars at the same time, but
so
that was a good one.
Yeah, like my buddies and I would be at one of our houses, and we used to have the old record players, or my dad had the tape to tape. I had it on a reel to reel, some of the music.
Gosh.
And we'd be like 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, playing air guitar.
Nice.
In the living room to Kiss.
So yeah, I've experimented with guitars, and I actually had an electric guitar for a while growing up, and me and a couple other buddies. One of my good friends at the time was a drummer. Another guy was actually a pretty good guitarist, and we dabbled with starting a band kind of thing. So we were just kind of practicing in someone's basement, but I definitely was not talented on that front. I can play a little bit of acoustic guitar now, but so what's going on with the band?
Oh, the Dad Bods.
Dad Bods. And I'd like to state that we, Cop Car Coffee, essentially named your band.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah.
The Dad Bods. And I think it's
suggested it?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Well, so I think I said Dad Bod, and then Duff said Sad Bod, and you said, well, that's just mean.
That's right.
But yeah, no, the show name
is Sad Bods. But,
yeah.
But it's still mean. Well, no,
What's going on with the band?
Yeah, so we have 4 now. Well, it's today, it's supposed to. But I suck as a guitar player, really. Although I can play rhythm guitar, I can't play lead worth shit. I mean, after about 30 plus years of dabbling on and off, I still never learned how to solo.
So you're not going to break down and do a massive solo?
No, I'm no Eddie Van Halen or Stevie Ray Vaughan or Jimi Hendrix or anything. No. I'm nowhere near that. But I can keep a rhythm.
Speaking of Guns N' Roses, you're not going to break into a slash solo in the middle of the song. No.
So I can keep, I can play the songs. So we're playing like Judas Priest, Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple.
That's your drummer, because the drummer keeps the beat for the whole band, right?
He's good.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all probably, well, the bass player Chris, he's probably the best musician out of all of us.
Okay.
Yeah. So
bass line's extremely important.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But when one of us screws up, it's either the drummer or myself that usually screw up.
Okay.
And then we're right
so you didn't have a lead singer, so is the newest member gonna
sing
some tunes?
Yeah. But he was kind of, I talked to him on Friday, and he was kind of like, oh well, yeah, Breaking the Law by Judas Priest, the Rob Halford, you know. I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. I know it's Rob Halford, you know, I know.
Yeah, there's some of the songs that you guys are picking have some
well, we have some Ramones in there.
Some difficult lead singer, challenging lead singer songs.
Well, we have a Ramones song in there.
Oh, do you?
So it's not.
Which one?
Shit, I forget now.
Oh yeah.
Blitzkrieg Bach? No, is it Blitzkrieg Bach?
I don't know.
Anyway, it's one of the Ramones songs.
Keep talking, and I'll do some research.
Fact check. So that after about a month of practicing, we really only have one song down.
Okay. Is it I Want to Be really one song? I Want to Be Sedated?
Yeah, I think it's I Want to Be Sedated.
Okay, yeah. That's one of their good ones.
Yeah. So I mean, but it's just fun. We're just playing for fun, just to get out of the house now that we can and just have some fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. So when are you guys going to be booking gigs?
Oh, so the drummer said, I'm getting married in a year and a half, so we got to be ready for that.
Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah, so you guys would be like the wedding singers.
In a year and a half, we probably have about 3 songs.
That's awesome. Well, you'll have them perfected, hopefully.
Yeah, maybe. Exactly.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah. I would be definitely crashing that wedding.
Mm.
We'll have to do a show in the background.
Yeah, exactly. Cop car coffee in the background.
Yeah, we'll have to throw the copyright laws out and just have you guys play on the show.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll spend all the money that we've earned over the course of the past 2 years on the copyrights to be able to have you guys play one song on an episode.
So I should apologize for the dad bods too, for people that might listen to it later on
at some point in their lives.
Yeah, I know. We recorded Breaking the Law by Judas Priest, and we sent that to you, and I sent that to you and Duff.
It was not bad, although I had no idea what the hell it was. You had to tell us. I'm like, oh, it sounds really good. I have no idea what's and I know that song.
I know. So, yeah. So there you go. It says a lot. I guess.
It's one of those things.
Yeah. So what do you think? So should we get to our special guest?
Yeah, I think it would be awesome for sure.
Yeah, because we're on this theme.
Yeah, absolutely.
Picks
and favorite bands and favorite actors and favorite movies.
Yeah. So why don't we bring in, because of the Oscars, the Academy Awards tonight, Sunday night, March, what is it? 29th? 26th? 27th.
Yeah.
Just for people so that they're listening after tonight.
Yeah, March 27th.
They know. You can go and check the picks to see if we've been right. So we'll bring on our favorite guest, our only guest that we've ever had on the program. And it's apropos, I guess, that we bring him on our 50th.
Absolutely.
Because, things we should do, but we don't find anybody else. We always talk about getting other people on.
Well, we'll have to work on that. But we won't.
Yeah, we won't. So let's bring on Mr. Hollywood. Mr. Hollywood, are you there?
DDT, I am definitely here. I'm sorry, I'm in an Uber on my way to my Scientology breakfast. So. But that's okay because I'm excited. It's Oscar time. It's my favorite season is always award season, DDT. So
yeah, for sure. I can imagine that. Definitely. How's your buddy Tom?
we're all doing great.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm glad that you joined us on our quote-unquote 50th anniversary special.
This is a giant episode, and we're Duffless as well. No Duff today.
Yeah, but... just so you know, Duff couldn't even make our 50th episode.
It shows the importance, but you know what, 50, that's not, listen, Oscar's what, 94 this year, so you're catching up.
Well, we only have 93 more years to go.
There you go.
Like that's 94 episodes for them, but 94 years, over 94 years.
I think he was saying like once we get up to 94 episodes and we'll be close, right? Like just give us a little hope here. Light at the end of the tunnel, DDT.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, anyway, Mr. Hollywood, we know your time is limited because you're on your way to your Scientology breakfast, so we will get right into the Oscar picks for tonight. Well, it's actually tonight.
It is tonight.
We got you on a bit late because I was like thinking, when are the Oscars? Oh, they must have passed, so we can't get Mr. Hollywood on. But then I heard a promo for them. I'm like, hey, we're still got time, even though
we're gonna have to promote this episode extra fast.
Yeah, even though people will only listen to us afterwards. But that's okay, because we'll compare our picks next weekend. And we'll see how everybody has done.
So you guys don't cross off the Oscar date on your calendars like I do and like count down to the second?
Well,
that's not a thing.
Well, maybe not. No, we follow along with it, but I don't think it's quite as exciting for us. Having said that, yeah, no.
Well, I've seen every movie nominated, guys, so it's been a commitment.
I'm embarrassed. Well, yeah, there's so every movie nominated, like in all categories.
Yeah.
That's extremely impressive.
Well, here's the thing too. I'm also a member of the Critics Choice Association, so I vote for my own little award show. So I kind of have to. It's kind of part of the job.
That's awesome.
Yeah, kind of necessary. Yeah.
So between the two of us, DDT and I don't think we've seen all the movies in a combined fashion, but we've done a lot of research and we're ready to roll here. I think.
So yeah, let's get into, without further ado, let's get into the Oscar picks from the boys at Cop Car Coffee and Mr. Hollywood. So let's start off with the big one, Best Picture. Mr. Hollywood, what say you?
This is actually the closest race, guys, so I'm intrigued to see who you're going to pull out of your hat, but I'm sticking with my gut, and I'm going with the front runner from the beginning, The Power of the Dog.
Oh.
That's one that I haven't actually fully seen yet. I've watched about half of it, but I had to stop. I was extremely impressed by that movie and the story. I have to say, I think I agree with you based on sort of the research that I've done on the other ones. The other ones that I've actually fully seen on this list are Dune and Don't Look Up. My thought is that I think The Power of the Dog is going to run away with it. But having said that, I have seen Coda, and that one sort of touched the heartstrings as well. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Coda is the spoiler, so if you go Coda, there's actually a good chance you'll win. I've been going between those two.
Well, we didn't name all the movies out there, but anyway, that's okay. The my pick is actually Dune, and the only reason why I picked that one is because I just watched it last weekend. And
it's good. It's not going to win.
No, Denis Villeneuve is such a fantastic director, but. Yeah, I don't think so. I was really.
He didn't get nominated in Best Director. I'm so sad.
No,
I love me some Denis Villeneuve, but
yeah.
Dune was great. It's gonna win all those like tech awards, guys. He's gonna win like Dune will get like special effects and like sound design and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, that's the only one I saw. My runner up was Licorice Pizza, only because it's kind of a funny name.
it's a funny movie.
Coming of age movie. Right?
I haven't seen it, but. I was going through the list yesterday. Licorice Pizza. Actually saw a promo for it, I think.
So would you think that a movie like Don't Look Up would ever win in this category?
I'm actually surprised Don't Look Up got the nomination, only because it's, of all the ones on the list, it doesn't feel that what I would call Oscar-y, even though it's got a huge cast. I don't think it'll win. I think that's like the last.
It is. I was just.
I'll go streaking.
I was surprised.
It's not gonna win.
Streaking?
Yeah, I think we'll all go streaking if it wins. But it's just kind of neat to see a movie of that sort of genre be named in that category. I thought that was kind of cool.
It is cool. I did like it. I love that Meryl Streep was doing like her female Trump, getting her comedy on. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, well, speaking of streaking at the end of the movie, I guess, but no, I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, and I actually saw a bit of King Richard last night.
Do you want to get into Best Actor then?
Well, I was just gonna say it actually aired on the Crave last night, yeah. So I watched a bit of it. It wasn't bad. Will Smith was good. So yeah, why don't we get into Best Actor if JB pulls up all the names. Andrew Garfield for Tick, Tick, Boom, Benedict Cumberbatch for The Power of the Dog, Javier Bardem for Being the Ricardos, Denzel Washington, The Tragedy of Macbeth, and Will Smith, the aforementioned, from King Richard. Mr. Hollywood, let's go with JB's pick first.
JB's pick. You know what? I'm a big fan of Andrew Garfield, and although I haven't seen Tick Tick Boom, my daughter has, and we had a big conversation about it, and she thought that he was fantastic in that role. I really like the story. I'm a giant fan of the play Rent. But having said that, there's some heavy hitters in this category, but my heart is going with Will Smith, I think, because of the fact that he's had a few nods, and I just think he transformed really well in this role. And I'm a believer of like the actors that can, where you don't see that actor when they're playing the role, and I thought he did a really good job.
I saw Will Smith.
Did you?
Yeah.
Big Willie style, eh?
Yeah. I like him. I mean,
But the only person that matters here is Mr. Hollywood. So
yes.
What were your thoughts?
Well, hey, everything you said is not wrong, but I thought Will Smith too, but that's not a bad thing because Will Smith's going to win, and he was great in the film, and yeah, I'm going Will Smith, King Richard. I think that's pretty much a lock. You mentioned Andrew Garfield. He's probably a close second, tied with Cumberbatch for Power of the Dog. But yeah, this is Will Smith's to lose for sure.
Well, I'm going to go with Benedict Cumberbatch.
He's such a great actor.
Just because I love that name. I love his name.
I was gonna say, I feel a theme with DDT's picks. It's the funnier the name.
Yeah. Well, he was great. He was also great in 1917, even though he had a limited part.
No, he's great.
Yeah.
And in this movie, this is a Western, and this is a whole heck of a lot of movie. Power of the Dog. So many layers.
I never saw
it, and he's great.
Yeah, I never saw it, but I just like his name, and I like him as an actor. So I thought, well, I like Will Smith too, and I saw a bit of that King Richard last night. So, from the bit I saw, he seemed to do a good job. But the only thing is, I have no clue what actual Richard Williams is actually like. So it's hard for me to compare.
Oh, you haven't heard the stories over the years?
I have not. No.
Of the Serena sisters' dads? No? All right.
Anyway, let's move on to Best Actress. We have Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, Olivia Colman for The Lost Daughter, Kristen Stewart for Spencer, Nicole Kidman being the Ricardos, and Penelope Cruz, Madres Paralelas. I hope I said that right. I'm 3% fluent in Spanish, so I think I pronounced that right.
So you want to go first on this one?
Oh, me first? All right. I picked Jessica Chastain, not having seen any of the movies that the actresses were in. I liked her in the one where she played the former skier. Do you remember that movie, Mr. Hollywood, where she started the poker club?
Yeah.
What was that called?
Great.
Yeah, what was that called?
Yeah, that was a good movie.
The name escapes
me. It's escaping. I can tell you. Based on the true story, David Kelly.
Yeah.
Was the one behind it, but yeah, no, I think, and I'm going to agree with you. She's also my pick, only because listen, guys, there's so many awards that lead up to the Oscars. There's like too many awards, so she's won like every single one of them for this category. So again, it's this one's kind of in the bag for her. Kristen Stewart is kind of my second choice here for Spencer.
Yeah, I don't like her. I don't like her only from she was in those
Twilight.
Yeah, the Twilight movies.
Yeah, Twilight.
But that's what makes it so much more impressive. She goes from Twilight to this, where she just embodied the movie itself was take it or leave it, but her portrayal of Diana was spot on.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I'm
sticking with Chastain. Chastain, if we're taking notes, that's my official.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Spencer was about Diana. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Princess Diana.
And that's quite the transformation for Kristen Stewart as well, right? So.
Yeah, from going from Twilight.
So it was all subtle, the way she talked and the softness, and yeah, it was great.
I think we're all on the same page on this one. I was picking Jessica Chastain as well, just because of the fact that I think it's a really big stretch from the kind of roles that she's played before, and she kind of threw herself into the Tammy Faye role. I thought she did a really good job.
And she damaged her eyes with the makeup. Did you know this?
No.
It was real.
Really?
So there you go. All that eye makeup, it actually damaged some part of her eyelid.
Wow.
So she scarred herself for the role. So there you go.
So,
Oscars, they'll eat that up.
Yeah, she definitely deserves it. So we're all on board with the same pick then. Jessica Chastain.
Yeah, we're on board with that one.
All right. So we've got I guess the last big category, which is Best Director. I thought Denis Villeneuve was. I wrote him down, but maybe he's not in there.
No, he wasn't nominated. For that.
Well,
I would love to have seen him win.
Well, I'm going to write him in as a write-in ballot for tonight. I'm going to send them an email.
People in my Uber are getting a little antsy, so in case you hear noise. But my pick for Best Director...
Who's in there with you, Tom?
No, well, there's a kid in here.
Oh, okay.
There's a lady driving. I don't know their names. Listen, my pick is Jane Campion for Power of the Dog.
Okay, Power of the Dog. I'm going to have to go with... Well, why don't you go first, JB?
Well,
let me see what the nominees are here first. I'll read them out. Jane Campion, as you just said, for Power of the Dog. Kenneth Branagh for Belfast. Oh my God. Ryusuke Hamaguchi for Drive By Car. I'm 1% fluent in Japanese, so I hope I got that right. Steven Spielberg for West Side Story and Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza. I think you guys will know who my pick is.
No, we don't. But I
said it.
We'll see. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
All right. You know what? I do think that Jane Campion will probably run away with it. But you know what? I'd really like to see Kenneth Branagh get something in this category. I thought he did a really good job with Belfast. I heard a lot of good stuff about that. So I'm gonna throw my hat in that one.
I don't know if you hear, but there's the child in the car is laughing at your pick.
I think
silly that is.
I think all of Canada's laughing at my picks.
He could take it. Belfast is great.
Yeah. I was laughing at JB's pick too.
We just can't all be on the same page for the whole time, right? You got to have drama on these conversations.
Entertainment's sake, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just totally guessing at these, but as I said, let's see those. Mine. I mentioned this movie earlier because I like the name Licorice Pizza, so I'll go with Paul Thomas Anderson for that.
PTA. You can't go wrong with PTA. Yeah. I love all his movies, by the way.
Yeah, and I can't really go for Spielberg because it's a musical.
And it's a remake.
So yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
he's won it, hasn't he, a few times?
Yeah. Oh, Spielberg's got Oscars for days.
Yeah.
It was a really well done. I think. Listen, I always say I hate. Well, not hate, but it's not my favorite genre, the film musical. But all the ones I've watched recently, like this one and Tick Tick Boom, I'm like, oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
So maybe I secretly do like film musicals.
Well, now you're confessing.
How did you find it compared to the original, The West Side Story? Because I haven't seen the new one yet, but I did see the original a few times.
Well, listen, Spielberg made it very much his own, and what's great about it is the look of it. It's just the cinematography. Not to go all too cinema snobby here, but the cinematography is like it's night and day. And then performance-wise, I'll throw out another pick here for actress in a supporting role, Ariana Du Bois. She's got this one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But yeah, no, I thought it was great.
That's awesome.
Is the kid in the car laughing at your pick?
Someone's trying to get out of the car. I don't think they want to go to the Scientology breakfast. You want to do brunch? Okay. Almost there.
So Mr. Hollywood, we're super happy that you're able to join us today. And if the three listeners that we have on our podcast are interested in some of your movie reviews and some of the stuff that you're putting out there, how can folks find you online?
Well, if you want to stalk me, you can join me on Twitter at Mr. Hollywood MD. And all my movie reviews can be found at theflamingthumb.com, and that's where I tell you how many flaming thumbs out of 10 a movie gets.
Excellent.
Oh, nice. And we're about to let you go, but I'm gonna go outside the box and pick one for international feature film, and I'm gonna pick Hand of God from Italy because it has two things. Oh. It's from Italy and it's about soccer.
And my pick's Drive My Car, but yeah, good job.
And there you go. What percentage Italian are you fluent in?
I'm 6%.
6%.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That's from Duolingo, by the way. Yeah. Anyway, Mr. Hollywood, thank you so much for joining us on today's 50th anniversary podcast or thereabouts. And we'll see how we do next weekend. We'll compare our picks to yours. And Duff's out. He let us down today. But you didn't, so thank you very much.
We thank you again for coming, and we wish you a wonderful, you and your Uber drivers, partners, wonderful brunch.
Scientology brunch.
Thanks, gentlemen. Here's the 50 more.
Oh, you're very confident about that. More confident than we are. So there you go. All right, Mr. Hollywood, thank you.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Well, that was awesome. Yeah, it's so nice that he was able to join us.
Yeah, that was great, eh?
Yeah. No, he's such a great guy, very knowledgeable on all those topics.
Yeah. Yeah, like I forgot that he was a member of the that reporters writers.
Yeah, the
Critics' Choice.
Critics'
things.
Choice. Yeah,
No.
not everybody can get into that. That's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, that is.
He's been doing that for quite some time. I think,
yeah.
No, hopefully people will check out his Flaming Thumbs.
Flaming Thumbs. Good, you remembered that. I was just trying to think what he said.
Yeah. No, hopefully people check that out for sure. And you know what? I'm gonna keep my eyes open for that when I want to go see a movie. So
yeah, like I said, I mean, I saw a bit of King Richard last night. I was flipping the. Okay,
well, it's so hard. I mean, there's there's so many picks, and I know that's what he does, and he has to go watch all these things, but. Yeah. You know, if you look at all the lists of things that have been nominated, like it's exhaustive.
Oh yeah.
There's so many categories and so many movies. So I mean, everybody wants to kind of know best picture, best actor, best actress kind of thing. Yeah. But
yeah, last year we picked hair and makeup. We didn't this year, but maybe it sounds like Jessica Chastain or that movie Tammy Faye thing will maybe win that. She took one for the team.
It's actually it's possible. Yeah. I mean, Tammy Faye wore.
Are they even nominated for that?
I imagine quite a bit.
They have to be nominated for that.
I don't know.
Fact check.
Fact check.
We'll have to go. We'll have to go find out.
Yeah.
So
why don't we piggyback on that with a Lanark pick?
Our Lanark pick. Yeah. So now that we're actually on the music theme and we're looking back to a Lanark pick. We just randomly picked 1985 for some reason because it just sounded like it was fun.
Yeah, so we randomly picked 1985, but the Academy Award winner.
The Academy Award winner for Best Picture, keeping on the theme of music and movies today, was Amadeus. Yeah.
Mozart.
Yeah. Mozart. I just definitely. It's actually one that I've seen, and I thought it was an absolutely riveting movie.
It was a good movie.
It was a really great movie, and that actor who was Thomas Edward Hulse, played that role. He was amazing in the role. Amadeus. Like, and it's not like a super nice end life story, right? There's a lot of drama in there, and I thought he did a really, really good job.
Yeah, I know for sure. But
go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, but as far as a Lanark pick, usually the Lanark picks are something like, some type of action, shoot 'em up movies.
Good old shoot 'em up.
Yeah,
but we're talking about the Oscars.
Well,
today,
that's it. We're talking about the Oscars, and if the people of Lanark want to expand their horizons a little bit,
So we can give them an option. How about that? So Amadeus was the big winner in 1985.
What was the big action flick back then?
I don't know. Oh. I'll look that up while we're talking here. But having said that, so that actor, Thomas Edward Hulse, is actually in another of my favorite movies growing up.
Oh.
And this is an older one, 1978.
Oh.
But I think we can give, so if our friends in Lanark don't like, halfway through Amadeus are like, what the hell am I watching right now?
What the hell are these guys recommending?
I think they can jump off to another movie that happens to have the same actor who's not the star, but he actually plays a really good role in that. He was in Animal House.
Okay.
1978
Right.
Animal House.
That's a great Lanark pick.
That
actually.
is, I think we're given
now we're more in the realm of
50th anniversary episode. I think it's only right that we give our friends in Lanark a double pick.
That's right.
So for the more fancy ones, we can go with Amadeus, and if you get bored or fall asleep in the middle of that, go rent Animal House.
If you want to expand your horizons, your knowledge of film and everything, then people of Lanark, watch Amadeus. But if you can't go through 10 minutes, then tune into Animal House.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm betting that you could probably rent Animal House at the convenience store in Lanark, but Amadeus won't be on the shelf there.
Probably not. That's probably not going to be. So having said that, you asked sort of what the big
film was action film in 1985.
The big so we'll you know what, we're probably going to throw out a whole bunch of Lanark picks here, but so the top, should we do the top 10 of 1985 action movies? Because I just in doing my research, that's what I found. So can you guess what the 1985 top action movie is?
Rambo.
You know what? That would be Rambo First Blood Part 2.
Part 2, okay. Yeah.
Is there.
Rocky.
But the first one is Commando.
Commando.
Do you remember Commando? Arnie. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was he had so many good one-liners in there.
Oh God.
And Alyssa Milano was his daughter in that movie. Remember that?
Her,
yeah. So she was his daughter. She was kidnapped, and then
that's number one. Eh?
Get to the chopper. Yeah, that was a really, really good movie.
There's another. If you're bored of Amadeus, you can go to that one.
Yeah. So Commando, Rambo First Blood, Death Wish 3.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't think they went into the 80s. Rand, Silverado, Year of the Dragon, Enemy Mine, Roadhouse 66. No idea what that is, and then it just keeps getting worse from there. So we'll stop. We'll stick to that. That's a whole. That's like a Christmas present of picks for Lanark.
Oh God, yeah. Well, there you go, because it's a 50th special.
Yeah.
50th episode.
But sticking on the theme of music.
Yeah.
I think the regular pick for this week. Yeah. I don't know if you've heard of Studio 666.
Yes, I have. It's yeah. Why don't you explain?
Yeah. So the Foo Fighters, actually, who are known for really making funny music videos and so on, just decided to go in and record a movie, and they're essentially a band going into an abandoned house, and all sorts of shenanigans happen in there. But it's a comedy horror, and it was just released a couple weeks ago. So Studio 666, Foo Fighter movie, horror comedy movie, and will sadly be the last performance in that kind of thing for their drummer Taylor Hawkins. Yeah,
very sad there for sure.
Yeah, big loss in the music community, but
absolutely.
But apparently, I actually haven't seen the movie yet, but I've heard really good things. So
yeah, I haven't seen it yet either. I'll have to check it out.
Speaking of the 80s, I mean, that's the age of the horror comedies for sure. So I'm sure the Lanark, our friends in Lanark, as well as all of our Podbeanskis all over the world, will enjoy Studio 666.
Yeah, exactly. So where are we at? I think we're running pretty good on time.
I have no idea. How's your coffee?
My coffee's great. No, I'm not done yet. Thank you for the coffee, by the way.
I picked up coffees today. I remembered to actually get them scanned for Roll Up the Rim. And,
you did? Did you win anything?
No, I won points again.
Yeah.
And I got a discount on Skull Candy headphones. Who wants 40% off Skull Candy headphones?
They're not bad headphones.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I had a pair.
Maybe I'll give you that.
But they broke.
I don't see.
Well, they were the cheaper plastic ones, but they make good headphones.
So I actually physically went into the Tim Hortons today, and you know what Tim Hortons has? They're emulating McDonald's.
Oh, what's that?
They actually have screens now where you can
they put in the screen.
You can go to a monitor and you can actually kind of order on screen and then go pick up your order at the counter.
Okay, there you go. Is it faster?
How do you feel about that?
I normally don't do that.
No? What about McDonald's?
I normally don't do that there either.
Just go to the counter?
I just go to the counter.
Like you like talking to a live person?
Well, yeah. And if it's just coffee, I mean, what the hell?
I kind of prefer talking to a live person as well, but for McDonald's, to be honest with you, they're when you walk into the counter, I mean, unless you're ordering the regular, but if you want something different, they don't always have their menu fully on the screen.
No. No, but you know what? They changed.
They kind of rotate and.
Well, I don't like they made this change a number of years ago where they, I don't know what they did. They, like, you used to be able to go in, you order your food, you'd wait. The person that took your order would go and get all the food, put it on your tray or put it in the bag.
Yeah.
Go. And then they changed that where you order your food, they give you your receipt with a number on it, and then you gotta wait.
Yeah.
I remember one time going in, I just ordered a coffee. I had to wait like 20 minutes.
That's all right.
Like, what the hell? Like, you should have just gone, got me the coffee, the person that took the order, turn around, because the coffee thing is right behind them. Poured it, put the 2 sugar in, give it to me, and away I go. But I got to wait 20 minutes because I got to wait for my number to get there.
They just try to find systems, I guess. It's just it's just always busy in there.
It is, but still, I mean, but yeah, I do like talking to a person, usually. I'm not into this big digital stuff like you and Duff are on your phones and stuff like that.
So do you think at this point in the podcast, Duff would be like running his hand over his neck saying, we're killing it, we're dying here, we've lost the last person that's actually listening to our show?
Well, I know we've lost my brother at this point anyway.
Well, the dog's paws have been wiped. He's back home now, sitting on the couch watching probably Amadeus.
Probably watching Amadeus. Exactly. Gotta check that out.
Yeah.
Although he doesn't live in Lanark, but anyway, he's
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Well, this has been a good episode, actually.
50th episode. Yeah. It's a giant thing. We're having a whole bunch of fun. We hope the people out there are having a good time too. Feel free to send us some fan mail so we can use for future episodes.
Where can you find us on Twitter? We never promote that. We should promote them.
At Cop Car Coffee.
At Cop Car Coffee.
At Cop Car Coffee. copcarcoffee@gmail.com is our email address. If a good listener wants to send us some fan mail or some questions or some content they'd like us to talk about on future episodes.
And you can also find some merch.
You can find some merch. Where is our merch?
Well, it's I haven't checked it out lately, but it used to be on Teespring, which I think changed names.
Yeah, I think it changed.
But Teespring is Teespring.
We had some pretty cool T-shirts on there.
Yeah, some nice injurious waste of time T-shirts.
Yeah.
Anyway, you probably just look it up. Teespring shirts, Cop Car Coffee.
So happy 50th episode of Cop Car Coffee.
And by the way, Duff's not invited back.
No, that's it. He's out.
He's out.
What do you think? First Duffless episode.
That was good. Actually, hey, he's out.
Yeah. I
don't think we
need him anymore.
If he's not going to even show up for the 50.
No, I know. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
Chooses family over us.
Some sugar shack.
I thought we were family.
Well, that's it.
I know.
It's the Cop Car Coffee.
I feel so alone.